see. We have everything? Washing, do you Eno today?
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. I got to turn my speaker on. Can't hear anything. You said what?
Yes, I'm in it today.
Okay, thank you for being up in the middle of the night for us. And Bjorn too. But I take Bjorn for granted. He's always up in the middle of the night for us.
I've never not been up.
Hello, Tenru.
Another one.
Shonen, good to see you. Tenru too, also getting up.
Europeans are insane at this point, man. We're just the most awesome people.
Okay.
He's gonna be all wrecked tomorrow for the book club. You're gonna be dead.
I'm all well rested. It's fine.
Brave soldier of the Buddha.
Okay, would you all sit Zazen for a moment, and I will be right back. I have to check something. Or you can chat a bit. I'm away. I won't hear. It's okay. Be friendly. I'll be right back.
I can't.
Why don't you go introduce yourself to everybody? They always see you here.
Oh, I didn't say hello to Naiko. Hi, Naiko.
Hello, everybody. Let me click something that popped up on the screen here. Here we go. Good to see everyone. We are here today for our fourth mysterious talk of the 10 mysterious talks. There's a series of old Chinese Zen talks from 1,000 years ago called the 10 mysterious talks. Today is talk number 4, but it's okay because, hi, people coming. It's okay because there's no place you can't jump into these talks, and always very good. We're going to be chanting the Heart Sutra and the identity of relative and absolute, as we always do. Washing is here. Anne-Marie is just coming in. And, well, let's get started. If you've been here before, you know what to do. And if it's your first time, just follow along. Hi, Anne-Marie. Thank you for coming. Just come in. Just come in. Hold on 1 second. I have to interrupt the ceremony just for a second. Just for a second. You don't have to redo the bells. Those you can just freeze. Don't move. Okay. Here you go, Anne-Marie. We also chant this today. Okay. Now I get up here. We'll start from the 4th bell. Okay. Relax.
Moga Hanya Haramita Shinyo Kanji Zaibo Sasugyo Jin Hanya Haramita Shoken Yon Kaiku Zoi Saiku Yaku Shari Shiki Fui Koko Fui Shiki Sokuze Koko Sokuze Shiki Ju Sogyo Shiki Yaku Bunyoze shari shize shoho fu so fu sho fu mesu fu ku fu jo fu so fu genze kogu shumu shikimu ju so gyo shikimu genni bize shinni mo shikisho komisaku ho mo kenkai nai shimo i shikikai mo momyo yaku mo momyo jin nai shimo roshi yaku mo roshi jin mo kushu natsudo mo chi yaku mo tokui mo shotoku bodai sattaye hanya haramita koshin mo kegen mo kige komo kufu onri saiten do mo soku gyone ansenze shobutsuya anya haramita kozoku wa nagutara samyaku sanbodai kochi anya haramita zedai jinshu zedai myoshu zemu joshu zemu todoshu no joi saiku shinjutsu fu koko setsu anya haramita shusaku setsu shu watsu gyati gyati kara gyati karaso gyati goji sowaha anya shinyo. The identity of relative and absolute. The mind of the great sage of India is intimately conveyed west and east, while human faculties are both wise or dull in the way there are no northern and southern ancestors. The subtle source shines clear in the light, the bright streams flow in the dark. To be attached to things is primordial illusion. To encounter the Absolute is not yet enlightenment. All spheres, every sense and field, intermingle even as they shine alone, interacting even as they merge, yet keeping their places in expression of their own. Sights differ primarily in shape and character, and sound in harsh or soothing tones. The dark makes all words one, the brightness distinguishes good and bad phrases. The four elements return to the true nature as the child turned to its mother. Fire is hot, water is wet, wind moves and the earth is dense, eye in form, ear in sound, nose in smell, tongue and taste, the sweet and sour, each independent of the other, like leaves that come from the same root. And though the leaves and root must go back to the source, both root and leaves have their own uses. Light is also darkness, but do not think of it as darkness. Darkness is light, do not see it as light. Light and darkness, not one, not two, like the foot before and the foot behind in walking. Each thing has its own being, which is not different from its place and function. The relative fits the absolute as a box and its lid. The absolute meets the relative like the two arrow points and touching me there. Hearing this, simply perceive what is, make no criterion. If you do not see the way, you do not see it even as you walk upon it. Walking forward in the way, you draw no nearer, progress no farther. One who fails to see this truth is mountains and rivers away. Listen, those who would perceive this subtle matter. Live well your time by night and day. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe. Reality existing right here now. In reciting the heart of the perfection of great wisdom sutra and the identity of relative and absolute, we dedicate our sincere efforts to Shakyamuni Buddha, honored one, the historical Buddha and teacher, and to those ancestral teachers, Eihei Dogen, honored one, Soji Keizan, honored one, and to those ancestral successive honored ones up until Zuigaku Rempa, honored one, and Guda Wafu, honored one, and to all other honored ones throughout history, same yet diverse honored ones, whose names have been forgotten or left unsaid. We also dedicate this effort to the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, to all awakened ones and teachers in all places and times. We especially seek tranquility and well-being for all creatures now suffering or ill in health. May they be serene through all their ills. May their lives be at peace and wisdom pervades the darkness of ignorance. We dedicate our hopes and aspirations to all victims of war and violence and natural events, to the injured and to all families touched by these tragedies, to the healing of hatred in all countries and among all peoples, to the wisdom and compassion of our world leaders, to the peace of the world and harmony of all beings. Thus let the harmful effects of wars, thoughts, and actions be dispelled, and compassion bloom in perpetual spring. May we all realize and live the enlightened way together. All Buddhas throughout space and time. All bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, maha, prajna, paramita.
Zazen? Where would you like to sit there? You have the whole place to yourself. Here? You like to sit cross-legged? Okay. Kinhin. Zazen? I think traditionally you have to walk all the way around and come back.
Okay.
Yeah,
One more time.
and go all the way around. Now, no, not you, you stop. There are all kinds of traffic rules in the Zen. Traditionally, all these rules. It's okay now. You see the white part? Okay, it's supposed to be back here. It's okay. It's okay. Kinhin. You can walk Kinhin, take a little rest. I'll bring some tea. Go outside. You can leave if you want, but I hope you don't. Very good, sir. The scientists figure it out. Everything has cause. Find an answer.
When I'm sick in Zazen, it doesn't cause any problem. That's why I mean.
Your sitting posture is very good. Very good. But do what I said, try to move a little bit during Zazen.
But because it disturbed me during Zazen, so I didn't notice it.
I think it'll take a minute. You okay?
Can I go outside then?
Yes.
Okay.
But I hope you come back.
Yeah, I just need to go outside.
See, our tree fell down in the typhoon. Yeah. You can just come outside if you want. Yeah, we're very fortunate. It could have fallen this way or that way.
Oh, I see that
It
now.
could have fallen on the electrical. It could have fallen.
That was a bit taller.
Yeah.
That was good.
We were taught all things change.
Yeah.
Nothing solid is permanent.
Nothing alive is permanent, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sad for that tree.
Ah, but you know, everything has two sides.
Yeah,
So the tree fell,
yeah.
but now we can see the sky. Last night the stars were beautiful, and we couldn't see them. So now we have the open sky.
That's true.
Yeah?
I know, it was just such a, I don't know, it was an anchor in your garden.
And this,
No,
the Gojuko, the Buddha, was, used to be kuromas, black pine tree, you know, look like big bonsai, like that one. Beautiful shape,
yeah.
you know. And in Japan, they get sick. So just after we came here, it died. So I put the Gojuko, and then I went to India, and I went to the place where the Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree. You know the Bodhi tree? And they still have the tree. And I'm sitting, and the leaf came off the tree, right? Like, wow, cool. And now it's inside the Goju. So old thing ends, then the new thing comes, whatever it is. In your life too, old thing ends, and look at you. A year ago you were in Canada, now you're here. See, always new things.
Yep, you, that's for sure.
You just have to try to make them good things. Let me get the tea. Now, next thing we're going to have a talk. 1,000-year-old people. My job is to make it relevant today. Okay? It's useless. Be honest. You be honest. Okay, let's see. Let me put the light on if it doesn't bother anybody. Let's see, okay. Okay. And, during the talk, you guys can sit here. My wife is going to bring tea, so you can sit here and have tea. But we're going to talk about this. Can we do that? It's an old Chinese teaching from 1,000 years ago. I'm going to give you one that looks good. We will have a talk. Let me light some incense. So during the talk, please be comfortable. You can sit zazen if you want, or we're going to have some tea, just listen. You can do anything except, I hope, don't sleep if possible. And don't check Facebook, please. During if the talk is bad, you can leave though. It's okay. I don't get mad. You go, this is bad. You can leave. Go home. It's okay. But otherwise, just sit. Be comfortable. Okay. All right. This is a 1,000-year-old teaching, and my job is to make it relevant for you today. Boy, it's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. Can you all hear okay? Okay. As soon as I get seated, we will have the verse to open the sutras. This is the hard part, me getting up here without falling and ending the talk too quick. Okay, wait a second. Whoa, okay. I call this my cockpit. It's like getting in a tiny little space. Okay. Washing?
The Dharma, incomparably profound and infinitely subtle, is always encountered but rarely perceived. Now we see, hear, receive, and maintain this. May we all realize the Tathagata's true meaning. The Dharma, incomparably profound and infinitely subtle, is always encountered but rarely perceived. Now we see, hear, receive, and maintain it. May we all realize the Tathagata's true meaning. The Dharma, incomparably profound and infinitely subtle, is always encountered but rarely perceived. Now we see, hear, receive, and maintain this. May we all realize the Tathagata's true meaning.
Lovely, lovely to see you. Let me move over here. We got people over my shoulder. Give a wave back there. Hello, hello. And we are continuing today with the 10 mysterious talks, or the 10 talks of unfathomable depths by the 10th century Soto master Tong An Chang Cha. And you might say, oh my, wait a second, this is talk number 4. I've missed talk number 1, 2, and 3. I won't know what's going on, but that's not the case. These talks are literally jump into the universe anywhere. It's like life. You can jump in anywhere. It's okay. In this case, you won't be missing anything. The talks all stand on their own. And my job is to take this 1,000-year-old talk and somehow make it important to your life. And I'm going to tell you, I hope I can do that, but it's not an easy job. The reason is this talk will tell you things about who you are and what this life is and what this world is that really goes against our common sense notion. But what we're doing here in our Zen practice is to shake up those common sense notions, because our common sense notions cause us trouble. And that trouble mostly comes from the fact that we see the world as so separated and split into pieces, some of which are nice pieces, but some of which we don't like at all, and some of which seem to bump into other pieces, causing frictions and troubles. And our Zen practice is somehow to see through those separate pieces and to see something else beyond the good and the bad and the birth and the death and the sometimes beauty but sometimes ugliness of the world. Well, this is all contained. The whole answer to this, I'm telling you, is contained in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 lines in a title will give you the answer to all that. Huh? The whole answer to life, I'm telling you, who you are, what we're doing here, and how to see this world is contained in these lines. Now, usually I take it line by line, but this time, first we're going to read through the whole thing and then go back. Okay? These 10 mysterious talks, the word mysterious here really means profound or unfathomable, more than a great mystery. But this is number 4, the transcendent within dust and dirt. Okay, the title we'll see gives a lot away here. The transcendent, not beyond the dust and dirt, the transcendent within dust and dirt. That which is impure by itself. That which is pure by itself. Highest wisdom, we might say enlightenment, and delusion are likewise both empty, both of them, highest wisdom and delusion are likewise empty and even. Who could say that nobody can appreciate Bianhez jade? I say that the jewel of the black dragon shines everywhere. Only when the myriad dharmas disappear does the whole thing appear. Did you guys get yourself some tea? Yeah. No. The 3 vehicles split up and assumed only provisional names. Truly outstanding people have determination that knows no bounds. Do not try to go where the Buddhas have already gone. Okay. Now, I like to give away the plot at the beginning. And then when we get into the poem, maybe it's a little easier. As I said, we see this world as one of separate things, and we see them, some of them as nice, we like them, and some of them as unpleasant, a lot of things in between. So a lot of people in Eastern practices think the point of this practice is to get completely beyond that, to realize the transcendent beyond the dust and dirt of this world. Zen masters, especially Master Dogen and others in the Huayan tradition, for example, found a somewhat different approach of finding the transcendent right here in this world of separation. And it's a little bit like this. This is, after years of practice, this is what I think is a good way to understand this. We are born as babies and we spend the next dozen years literally separating ourselves from the wholeness we came from. You know, a baby may be born with a weak sense of itself, and gradually we learn this world of separate things, put names on everything. There's my mother, there's me. Then we learn there's the tree. By the way, the tree in our garden, I put up photos. All things are impermanent. We had a 3-story tree, took a little fall these days. And then if you're in, suddenly we grow up and somebody says, I'm a Russian, you're a Ukrainian, and they start fighting. Then we think, oh, this is a beautiful thing. This is a bad thing. I like this. All the world, we literally take a dictionary of words and we stick it on the world. And we've taken this great wholeness, and using the dictionary, we assign everything a different name and description. And that's what we do. That's why we have this rich language. The biggest one is the division between the subject, me, and everything that's not me. Okay? And our Eastern practices, not only Zen, are largely built on reversing that process. reversing that process, dropping the division between me and not me, dropping all the separate names for things, and realizing, dropping the judgments so much of the things that are good, the things that are bad. And the end result of this is to lose our sense of separation into some great, shall we say, wholeness, some wholeness. Different Eastern traditions quibble on whether the wholeness is some Godhead or some process or something we can't name. It doesn't matter so much. The basic idea is to lose the sense of separation and division in the wholeness, and doing deep meditation, concentrated meditation, to completely drop away all the words, to drop away all the sense of self versus other, getting really deep to realize this wholeness. Okay, all right, we've realized that. Let's go home. And the Zen master said, wait a second, not so fast. We got something even better. What? What can be better than just losing ourselves in the wholeness? Oh, said the Zen masters, like Master Dogen, to realize that the wholeness is all the broken pieces. Form is just emptiness. Emptiness means emptiness, not it's empty of anything. It means empty of separation, empty of separate self-existence. The form, the things are emptiness. The wholeness is the separate things. Oh, that's pretty good. What it does is, rather than make us escape this life into some other, leaving this world completely behind, it transforms what this world is. Because now we know this world differently. And then all the separate things. Now, this is the image I have in my heart. By the way, this is, I'm telling you a kind of theory. We have to experience this. Part of our Zen practice is to soften up the parts of the brain that cuts the world into these pieces, to realize the baby's wholeness again. Almost, we talk about the Buddha womb. I think there's something Freudian there. We're returning to that realm of wholeness again, all right? But what happens, it's almost as if now, the only way I could describe this is this wholeness now pours into all the separate pieces. And they all stand on their own and are precious jewels. Hard to explain that, but all the dust and dirt, the dog droppings in the street, and the beautiful flowers, my broken tree, the sickness in our bodies, the things we love, the things we cry about. This wholeness, this is found to be pouring into and flowing in each one of them. And they all stand now as jewels. Don't get me wrong, the dog poop is still dog poop. Your sick, broken body is still your sick, broken body. My broken tree, I got to get a saw and I got to cut off the branches because it landed half on my neighbor's house. All these things, they're still there. There's still problems. But now you see that the whole universe is there. We have a cell scientist. Hello. Okay. Is part of the cell the microtubules? Do you know that word?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So imagine you are a microtubule inside a cell of the body, and you think, I'm just a separate little piece of things. And then you realize you're the cell. And this is something I get off mad at people. They go, yes, it's a piece of the cell. And I say, you have to stop thinking of it just like that. You are not a piece of something. You are the whole thing. The microtubule is the cell. You are just trillions and trillions of cells. And you can say, yes, I know, each cell is a part of me. No, If you took away each cell, there would not be 1 inch of you left. You are your cells. Okay, I get that. Now, flip it around. You are not just made of cells. You are cells. Okay. Okay. Can you see now you are each cell? Okay, I get it. I'm each cell. I got my hand cells and my brain cells and my liver cell and my knee cell. I am just each cell. Okay. Flip it around now. Each cell is you. Okay, I get that. Each cell is part of me. No, no, no. Each cell of Koriki is Koriki 100% completely. Each cell of Seikon is 100% Seikon. Stop thinking of them as your parts. They are you. You are completely like you're living inside each cell. They could not be more you. Okay, I get that. But the cell only survives 7 years and then it's going to be gone. Oh my gosh, if I was the cell, I would worry like, oh my gosh, where do I go after my time? No, no, no. You are Seikon. As long as Seikon is living and you are precisely Seikon, this is what we're trying to realize about ourselves, okay? As long as you are precisely Seikon, as long as Seikon is living, this cell has gone. It's returned, its protoplasm is gone. But as long as Seikon is living, the cell has gone nowhere because the cell was precisely Seikon. Oh, okay, I get that. So the cell is continuing as Seikon. I'm gone. No, 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 you're not gone. You're not, I mean, yes, okay. In one respect, you're gone. Sorry, you're dead. The cell's gone. But I'm trying to tell you, you are precisely Seikon. It's not like you're continuing in Seikon. No, you are Seikon. You have gone nowhere. Okay. Now, let's expand that out to the whole world. You are the world. You are all of this. Let's say it's gone on for 13.8 billion years and will continue for billions of years more. After your time, that's you. We're very radical about this. Okay, I'm a part of the world. No, no, no. You are the world. Okay, I'm just one little creature and existing in a corner of space and time. Look at this vast universe. Yeah, this is you. This is you. And we get even more radical at this. I don't want to spend too much more time on this, but if this is for the cell biology, if your elbow cell is you, and your brain cell is you, and your liver cell is you, get this, this is our weird logic. Your elbow is your liver. Your elbow is your liver elbowing. Okay? This is Buddhist biology. You say, okay, no, elbow cell was a stem cell. One of it became the elbow. The other one became the liver. They're separate things. Yes, of course. Yeah, they're separate things. But we look at things also different way too. Seikon's elbow is Seikon in most radical sense. Seikon's liver is Seikon in most radical sense. Therefore, your elbow is your liver. I know it sounds weird. Okay, but this is you for space. So my tree fell in the garden. I fell in the garden. A star is shining in the sky. You are shining in the sky. I like to say the birds are the fish flying in the sky. The fish are the birds swimming in the sea. Okay? With that perspective, hopefully this poem will become a little clearer. The transcendent within the dust and dirt, all the separate things. That which is impure by itself. We can also say maybe those things we don't like, the obstructions, the ugly parts of life. That which is pure by itself. The things we welcome, the things we love. Okay? The bad things are still bad, the good things are still good. But there's more, because all of reality has now poured into each separate thing. Each separate thing now shines as a shining jewel, even the ugly things. There's still the ugly things, our sick body, the loss, the war in Ukraine, all these things, they're still ugly. But yet we realize there's the whole thing in there too. So they're also shining as jewels too. How to say? Rather than seeing the human body as things, my liver, my kidney, my brain, I heard a doctor just yesterday say there's no things, there's only processes, and processes within processes. Your kidney is not a thing, it's kidney doing its kidney thing, working. And the whole world is like this. It's processes within proper processes. Sometimes I call it the great dance. Sometimes the dance is not what we'd like. Sometimes the dance is. But it's all this great dance going on. And dances within dances. If you've ever been to a great ballroom, not the one they're building in Washington. I don't mean that one. I meant if you've ever been to a great ballroom, you see it's, individuals dancing different ways, their own dance, and the whole thing is a great dance. The whole thing pours into each thing, even the unwelcome things, and they are transformed. And most of Buddhism, you would say, our job is to realize the pure and get away from the impure. And that's true. If the impure is things like violence and killing and suffering and sickness, yes, we want to get away from that. Of course, if you're sick, you want to take your medicine. If you're violent and alcoholic, you want to stop drinking and not be violent. Of course, that's part of our practice too. But the Zen masters did not stop there. They said, realize the whole dance, the whole processes is pouring into each thing, even the unwelcome things, and they are shining too as part of the dance. Hello, Mizuki Basuki. It was good to see you. And then each thing stands on its own. But just to give you one poem by Dogen about this real quick. He said, you'd say there's life and death. And he said, that's, of course, there's life and death. And maybe there's another life again if you believe in rebirth. But Dogen also said, this moment of life is completely this moment of life, jump in. This moment of death is this moment of death, and it's the whole thing. Standing alone and shining, jump in. Of course, we want to flee death and run towards life. That's just natural. But realize that this moment of life is the whole dance. Dancing is life. This moment of death is the whole moment of death. Dancing is death. There's nothing else in that moment of death. Jump in. That's the way to die. Thank you for the fish, and I'm out of here like that. Boom. Okay? So that which is impure by itself and shines by itself as if there's nothing else. Every blade of grass in this world shines as if it's the only thing in the whole world. Because it is, because the whole world is in there. In every blade of grass. And in you. And in every hair on your head. The whole thing is in there and it shines alone. Some of you don't have a lot of hair, But if you did, the whole universe would be in there. I guarantee you. We humans judge things good and bad, pure, impure. That's natural. But this wholeness is a kind of purity, a kind of wholeness, a kind of beauty that is present in both the things we personally like and judge pretty and beautiful, and the things we personally judge ugly and we reject. This overriding wholeness, purity, and beauty is shining in there too, as if we don't get caught in the little pieces, we don't get caught in the ugliness of the dance. We now see the whole thing in each little inch, like that. It's as if Chris here, Bathke, is a great music aficionado. He turns me on every week to music. You know, you don't know that. I check your page and, oh, what's Chris listening to? And I find it and I get into it. I've never heard of half these people. Okay, but we realize the whole composition in every note. Let's say Miles Davis is playing, okay, and he hits one note. We hear the whole performance in that note, even the bad note, and Miles hits some. You know, somehow he'd work it in. It wouldn't sound bad because he's off, but he'd work it back in there. Okay, we hear the whole symphony in each note. I went to the symphony this past week. I listened. Was it one violin? No, it was the whole thing in each violin. Was it one note? No, it was the whole composition in each note, like that. Okay. So highest wisdom and delusion are likewise this same emptiness of separation, and they're all evil. And even, I should say, not evil. Good and evil are just somehow this wholeness. Who could say that nobody can appreciate Bianhe's jade? Now, I got to ask, this is an old Chinese story. I don't know if maybe in Vietnam you ever heard this. Okay? Bianhe's jade. It is a terrible story. I read this story, and I got to say, you know, we did this too in the old days. You know the tales of Hoffman or Grimm's fairy tales, and you actually look at what are we teaching kids here? Okay, Hansel and Gretel. Well, they go to see a witch and he sticks them in an oven. What is this story that we're teaching little kids? You know, some of these horrible stories, these old stories. Well, Bianhe's jade is such a story. This poor farmer finds this stone. It's so beautiful. He knows it's a precious jade. So he offers it. He's so generous. He offers it to the emperor. The emperor takes it and go, have this tested in the lab. They take it back. They go, sorry, this is just a rock. And they give it back to Bianhe and punish Bianhe. They cut off one of his legs. They're not fooling around. Well, the next emperor comes. The first emperor dies. Bianhe does it again. Gives the jade. Guy says, what's this rock? Throws it back, cuts off his other leg. It's like that Monty Python skit where they're cutting you know that thing where the knight's fighting. And it's a terrible story here. Finally, there's a third emperor, and Bianhe, I guess he's still got two hands. He gives the jade again, and the emperor says, oh no, this was a real jade. A real jade. Thank you. And Bianhe starts crying, and the emperor says, why are you crying? Are you crying because you lost your legs? A lot of people lose legs, which is what a kind of crazy story is this? And Bianhe says, no, I'm crying because nobody recognized that it was a beautiful jade all along. I'm crying with joy. What a crazy, you know this story? You ever hear this story?
I think it's familiar.
Oh boy, some of these old stories. Anyway, so the point of this is, the point of this whole story, which I just told you, is a very simple thing. The point is, Sometimes you got all around here what you don't recognize all along. That's the whole point. It was a fancy way of just saying that. Everywhere you look, in every blade of grass, in every hair of your head, even in the ugly things and the beautiful thing, it's all shining as precious jade. Okay? Even if the king comes and cuts off your leg, it's there too. Ah, what a terrible story. And I say the jewel of the black dragon shines everywhere. This is another old. Did you hear this in Vietnam? That the dragon, a black dragon, is at the bottom of the sea and he has a jewel in his mouth, a precious jewel. And if you go there while the dragon's asleep, you can take the jewel. Ever hear that one?
No, I haven't.
No. Okay. So this is an old story. Okay. And it's like the one that the Bjorn is covering in the Lotus Sutra, the guy who has the jewel in his hair and doesn't know about it, you know. There's actually two stories like that in the Lotus Sutra. I think why are there? It's almost the same thing. The friend has the money in his pocket, that drunken guy, and he doesn't know it's there. You know, it's the same thing. Okay, again, the jewel of the black dragon shines everywhere. It's everywhere. Our practice is to recognize it even in the hard things and thus transform them. Master Dogen actually quoted a poem by another master, Shui Do, in the instructions for the cook, the Tenzo Kyokun, and it's about this. So let's read that poem. It's I posted it. 1735. Basically, he means all the separate things of the world. One thing, seven things, five things, three things, or actually it means all the words of the dictionary. All the separate, this world of separation. 1735. We're looking for something. What you search for cannot be grasped. Where's the answer? Get this crap out of my way. Get the obstructions out of my way. Let me get past all the ugliness. Where is the answer? Where is it? We're looking. I want to get past the ugliness of this world and all the separation to find the jewel. Where's the precious jade? I'm looking for it. You got the image? You know, what you're actually doing is pushing it all out of the way, looking for the thing. Right? You're pushing, try to push all the separate things of the world out of the way, looking for it. And as the night deepens, you know, in the darkness of night, you can't see anything. All the separate things, when the light is taken away, they vanish in darkness. But you know, actually, in Chinese literature, that's a good thing. It's like you're in a room and you turn the light on and you see, oh my God, my room's a mess. You should see my office, for example. Papers everywhere, right? Oh, I'll turn the lights off and they all vanish into wholeness, like that. It all becomes the oneness. So at night, the night deepens and the moon brightens over the ocean, the moon of enlightenment. And then the black dragon's jewel is found in every wave. It's that image of Dogen, you know, the light now shines in every single wave and dew drop on the grass. It shines, pardon me, in the blood drop on the battlefield. It shines on the peeing dogs, pee. It shines on the waterfall. It shines in the puddle in downtown Detroit, like that. The moon literally shines everywhere. Looking for the moon, where is the moon? Of course, you have the moon in the sky, so you think, I've just got to find the moon up there. But if you look down, you find the moon is here, there, and everywhere in this wave and the next. The wave are all the transitions and separation of life. So you don't have to jump into the ocean and wake the black dragon and steal his jewel. The jewel is truly here, there, and everywhere. The jewel was not only in your friend's hair, like in the Lotus Sutra, as the biologist would tell you. The jewel was also in the elbow and the liver and deepest space and all the problems of life and the world. It's everywhere when you can see it, including the problems in your life. Okay? Now, only when the myriad dharmas disappear does the whole thing appear, the myriad dharmas of all the separation. Okay? That's true. When all the separation, they vanish, the whole thing appears, but then it turns over the other way too, and then the whole thing appears to be all the separate dharmas. Here dharma means all the phenomena of the world. Every phenomena is the whole thing. The whole thing is every phenomena. The three vehicles split up and assumed only provisional names. The three vehicles are three paths of Buddhism. Traditionally, it was the path, you might say, the original, the hearers, the people who followed. To make a long story short, we have now the Tibetan Buddhists, and we have the Thai Buddhists, and we have our Zen Buddhists, and we're all trying to realize this in our own particular ways. I would even go further and say you got your Christians, you got your different flavors of Christians, you got your Muslims, you got your atheists even. Everybody may be trying to find out what's going on. They're only provisional names for this wholeness that is also found in all things. But truly outstanding people have determination to know no bounds. I looked at this word determination, and it actually means something like keep going. Truly outstanding people keep going beyond all bounds. Do not try to go where the Buddhas have already gone, which is another way of saying you have to realize and find this out for yourself, which is what we're doing to practice here. You can say, I have to get on my diving gear and go diving and do deep practice, going deep, 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 deep to find the dragon's jewel. Our practice, if you ask me, in our wisdom of Zazen, is to stop the hunting, to realize this which is everywhere when we simplify our thinking. We're always looking. Where's Buddha? Where's Buddha? Where's Buddha? Where's realization? Where's enlightenment? I got to get past all this. Our practice is to rest and stop and realize that the moon, the jewel, is in every blade of grass, like that. Okay? So if you ask me, that's what this poem is about, and how the transcendent is within the dust and dirt. Okay? Any questions or complaints? Please wave your hand, touch your nose, do something, and my priest, I need to get a couple of questions here, so I'm nudging you. Any questions? Oh, Shinkan, yes. So you raise your hand there.
Well, anyways, aside from the fan going in the background, my expression for this is something I learned a long time ago, or that I kind of expanded on its meaning, is with the moonlight on every wave, the sun shining nowhere and everywhere all at once, but also I like to use the phrase, I put it in the post today, through, with, and under, meaning that it's
lovely,
that it's all interpenetrable and interdependent, no matter what the medium is, and everything. So that's kind of how I took this and what I got from what you said.
lovely. And even though the moon is in all things, that doesn't mean we don't have work to do. The moon is in my garden, which is flowers and weeds. I still try to nurture the flowers, and I have to take care of the weeds. The every note is the whole symphony, but we still try to hit the good notes and not be off key like that. That's our practice. It's people think it's either or. You got to hit perfect notes, and then it's a beautiful piece. We recognize that no. Even the bad notes are the whole thing with all the music, but we still try to hit the good notes. Even being sick, for example, is the whole universe doing its process, man. It's the whole dance, okay? Even being sick, but of course we take our medicine and try to stay healthy as much as we can like that. Even the war, okay, is beyond separation. The moon is shining in each drop of blood on the battlefield. Yes, it's true. Now end the war. Like that. We Zen folks see things from both sides at once, not two. Like that. Okay? There's a certain peace in the war, still you have to end the war. Like that. Okay? Anybody else? Taiji.
Sure, I'll stick my neck out here and see what happens. When you were talking about, that we have to stop chasing and, stop looking, where's Buddha? Where's Buddha? It's, I had a funny just thought. It reminds me of the several times in my life where I've been talking to someone and said, hang on a minute, I can't find my phone.
Yeah, like that.
It's like if we just kind of, and I've experienced this very, transiently, where if I will just stop for a moment and stop being frantic, then yeah, I realize there's less to be frantic about than I thought, so that's what resonated.
I think that's why we take the time here and sit, simplify, put things down for a time to realize this wholeness, and then we open our eyes and see, oh, the wholeness is here all along, even when the world feels like craziness, like that. Bjorn, did I see something?
You did. I figured I'd hop in. I'm intrigued by the last line and how, in my mind, and I'm sure this is not the interpretation, but in my mind, I tied the last line with the title of the poem itself. He says at the end, do not try to go where the Buddhas have already gone. But he begins saying, what's the title of the poem? Because I forget now. Within, transcend within dust and dirt. A Buddha begins his search by thinking, I need to get rid of this and get beyond this. A bodhisattva, begins his journey by dividing and saying, this needs to be overcome, this needs to be let go of, this needs to disappear. And it's only after awakening that they find, oh wait, I couldn't find it anywhere but here, within the dust and dirt. I love that thought of, don't try to go backwards. Don't take that step back there. Like, realize that you already know where it is. Just move forward. Don't go back.
Taiji's phone is the Buddha, and she's looking for it. Like that.
Ring, ring.
Chico, you had your turn. Go ahead.
But anyways, it also reminds me of Edward Said, a famous sociologist from Palestine. He mentioned counterpoint. The contrapuntal is where we can also find the meaning and things in between. And also, what I learned from a rabbi was the white fire. The page behind the text that burns the letters that we see. That is where it can be found. So it's everything. Yeah.
Another beautiful image is people try to take the words and strip it away, and they're going to get to the empty page, and that's the truth. And they got to see the empty page is shining as the words. The words are shining as the empty page. Another lovely image I have is, imagine you see life as a theater, and all the chaos of drama of killing and death scenes and birth scenes are happening on the stage. And you think, okay, I got to clear the stage and I'll get to the true theater. That's what's really going on. And there's a certain truth in that, because we get lost in the show and of the chaos and the killing and the birth and the death and the love scenes and the hate scenes on the stage. And most people were lost in the performance. And we go, oh, wait a second, now I see the theater. So now I'm going to clear the stage and then I'll get to the true theater. No, 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 no. The theater was the performance. Like that. You got it? Something like that. It comes alive there. I got a couple of people back here. Any questions, complaints? You're doing good? Yeah. Sorry to show you my back. That's okay. I got a rear view mirror here. I can see you. Okay. All right. I think if that's it, shall we wrap it up for today? Washing, can you recite to take us home?
I think Carolyn raised her hand.
Oh, Caroline, sorry. No, then we're Caroline, go ahead. We always got time for Carolyn. All the Zoluses, we always got time.
Thank you. This is just a short thing. I don't know if it relates at all, but I've had a garden for over 7 years and I've been unable to weed it. I don't know why. I just can't weed my garden. So I saw something on TV that was the solution, which is a wildflower garden. So I take the seeds and I spread them over the whole garden. And what grows up in the spring, I've only done this year, but what grows up is a few pretty flowers and the rest is kind of weedy. And so now I'm looking for special weeds that have color in them when they have a little flower. And it's really very pretty. So I've actually learned to enjoy my weed garden as well.
Do you know that there are no weeds or flowers? We judge weeds. Oh, that's a weed.
Yeah.
There's nobody goes, I'm a weed. I'm sorry. I apologize. No, 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 no. Okay. And some people think that our practice is clearing away and we want to get down to the dirt. That's the real garden. Get rid of get down to the dirt. Okay. And this is what I'm trying to say. We see that the whole thing, the weeds and the flowers and the falling trees, is the garden. The whole thing. Even so, we try to do what we can to water these flowers and keep the garden healthy. Okay? You know, the whole thing is the garden. Okay, now I think no objection. Washin? We're running short of time. Chant in double speed. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
May the merits of these teachings penetrate into each thing in all places, so that we and every sentient being together may realize the Buddha's way. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, Maha Prajna Paramita.
Okay. Now, we always got to make up time. Seikhan is going to have to bear with this because his now 2-minute yoga moment is now a 30-second yoga moment. Give us one quick yoga move here so we can rejuvenate ourselves. We're going to have our yoga teacher. Go ahead, Seikhan. What are we doing?
30 seconds. All right. Arms out.
Arms out.
Lean right.
Lean.
Stretch right. Stretch left. Twist.
Okay.
Then do the other side.
Okay.
Left, right, twist left.
Oh, I think I twisted a little farther.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right.
Don't do that.
Okay. Wait a second. Let me get back here. Okay. Oh boy. right. What's it? Oh. Zazen. As part of Zazen, we're going to chant at the end the metaverse, which was somewhere there. Okay? You doing okay? Did you know that Byanha's jade or the dragon with the pearl? Have you heard that before?
I heard about that young man.
You know that one? Oh, okay, okay. Terrible stuff. Anyway, could you sit? Okay. We will now recite the metta verses, the verses of loving kindness. Today, let's chant only for difficult people, people with problems in our families, amongst friends, strangers. But let's begin with ourselves. Think for a second of some aspect of yourself that causes you great trouble. I think we all have something. And now we will chant for that, keeping in mind that aspect of ourself that we wish were not so. May I be free of suffering. May I feel safe and still. May I be free of enmity. Enmity means hate. May I be loving, grateful for all of it, grateful, and kind. May I be healthy, and when I'm not, at ease in all my ills. May I be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. Okay? Now think of someone in family who causes great troubles, great maybe suffering to others. They don't necessarily have to be someone in this world right now, but we chant for them anyway. Okay? May he be free of suffering. May he feel safe and still. May he be free of enmity. May he be loving, grateful, and kind. May he be healthy, and when not, at ease in all his ills. May he be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. Now, amongst our friends, someone who has caused great troubles to themselves and others. May he be free of suffering. May he feel safe and still. May he be free of enmity. May he be loving, grateful, and kind. May he be healthy and at ease in all his ills. May he be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. Okay, someone now you don't really know, a stranger. In my case, for some reason, I keep getting all these videos of what they call road rage incidents and Karens coming on my terrible people getting angry over all kinds of things. I'm going to chant for them. May they be free of suffering. May they feel safe and still. May they be free of enmity, because they seem angry about a lot of stuff. May they be loving, grateful, and kind. May they be healthy and at ease in all their ills. May they be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. Okay, now, big troublemakers in the world, you know, amongst our leaders and influential folks, troublemakers, problems. Got somebody? May he be free of suffering. May he feel safe and still. May he be free of enmity. May he be loving, grateful, and kind. May he be healthy and at ease in all his ills. May he be at peace and make peace, embracing all conditions of life. Okay? Now we're going to chant for all sentient beings everywhere, from the smallest animals to the furthest star. Let's chant for all of us. May we be free of suffering. May we feel safe and still. May we be free of enmity. May we all be loving, grateful, and kind. May we all be healthy, and when not, at ease in all our ills. May we all be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. Let us sit some more. We will now recite the verse of atonement and the 4 vows.
All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way unattainable. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way unattainable. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way unattainable.
All right, thank you, everyone. Now go forth and please find the jade, even in what looks like a rock, huh? Get that dragon jewel. All right. Love you all, and we'll see you around. Thank you for sitting with us so long today. See you guys. Thank you, guys. Oh, oh, oh. This old Chinese Zen story is a little hard, but